it's you only take 70% of the damage. It blocks 135 on level 2, and the Remnant is only 160 damage. So you can't kill the Flame Guard immediately. Is the important part.
Gotcha. I mean, Dota comes and goes around in circles.
Those numbers were specifically balanced for each other, by the way. The Storm Spirit and Ember in that time was specifically, they changed both the Flame Guard and the Remnant to have the wanted interaction.
It's all thanks to Eternal Envy and Weeha. That one clip.
Yeah.
That one conversation.
I remember it was unplayable for a while, and Envy was pretty stubborn about outplay potential.
For sure. That's the thing. It's like so many tricks and things you can do in Dota, right? You're constantly learning from new players. All these little things.
I find it crazy that Ember can start with Flame Guard and Sleight of Fist nowadays. It's just tough to lane into.
Well, Malik and Omar start off onto Fishman. Elder Titan taking a punishing here from Ducalis' Treant as well, giving first blood to the Brewmaster. Nice strong start from Quest.
Yeah, off to a good one. We've seen this turn into something big before. Teams get off to a good start before the game really kicks off in laning stage.
And then the walk back to lane. Darkseer heading top. As he's going to be up there with the old buddy Alchemist. Kataomi, a couple of sentries and tangos. So Watson, carry Wind Ranger. And Quest, of course, with a Storm mid. Brood and Treant up top. Brew and Lion down bottom.
I think this bottom lane for Entity is pretty strong. I think it should be outlaning pretty hard here against the Brewmaster and the Lion. I just see the ET now go in, give some smacks. The Wind Ranger should be having an easy time CSing.
It feels like, this kind of lane where you have ranged carry plus ET or Undying. It's like you have 3 heroes against 2. You know, it's just so unfair.
Yeah, the Swaparoo on the Alchemist as well, playing it as support is so very Entity. Like I mentioned in the draft, doing their gimmicky things. It's sometimes catching people off guard. You expect it to be laning against an Alchemist, suddenly it's not. Alchemist is a Wind.
Yeah. All of a sudden you're being clicked from range over and over again, like Omar is right now. And then the Alchemist still bringing you a lot to the table from that position 4 role. Kind of a classic Dota thing, right? You take a hero and you push it to the limits to use what tools it has as best it can. Kind of reminds me of, the old swaps, right? Clockwork used to be a position 3 hero. Now he's a position 5 because players realized we don't need farm. We just need level 6 on this guy. Similar thing to the Alchemist, where you can just be shoved into this spot, level up stun and acid spray, drag waves around and be an initiator.
I'm looking at this Brood, just constantly bothered by the Alchemist, who's not going to pull the next creep wave down as well. Brood finally going to get some chance to heal up under tower here, but just persistent harassment.
It's very irritating.
He's got to get easy CS under a tower, though. Of course, Brood doesn't passively regen in the webs anymore. Has to get the CS, so when you're being run at by an Alchemist with stun ready, it's just annoying for him to try and rebuild any form of HP pool.
Can't remember the old times of Broodmother like going to a lane and planting web down to trick people in terms of what lane she's going to.
Yeah, I mean, now you can do that with the necrotic webs. That's what he did towards the mid, right? He put the web. It's not just a trick, but he has the necrotic web to lower the regen, both on bottom lane and on mid lane. So it's very sneaky what he's done here.
That's very annoying.
Yeah.
And so far, it's pretty even between the Storm and the Ember. But Storm is starting to get out on top a little bit.
Yeah, Storm should probably have a minor advantage with the static slide, I suppose, but it's still comfortable times for no one on his Ember. He's not really struggling on this lane either.
And Darkseer, the only one who's having any real difficulties. Wind Ranger's last hit value not ideal. The Fishman are going to take the brunt of the aggression here from Quest, but he's perfectly fine just to walk it off. And Watson has been spending a lot of time hitting heroes and chipping away at the line rather than just the creeps. And does have a double wave arriving now for the Wind Ranger, so can catch up a bit there.
Yeah, he has a lot of CS to collect. He needs to be careful, though. Pull them under tower early so he can start CSing. This is a thing you gotta do. When the creep wave is pushing in, if you don't pull it under tower quickly, you're gonna end up with that big tower dive coming in. Yeah. So always when the creep gets close, you see the players just pull it like this. Make sure they kill them quickly.
And creep damage is that same kind of thing where, you know, you go to the shops and you buy like 20 small things that are like €1, €2 each, and you come out like, I spent €100 on this. Creep damage just adds up. You don't expect it because it's like, oh, it's just a little 20 damage, little 20 damage. No, under tower when there's 7 of them. And he's dead. Chased down by Kataomi. Picked off by no one.
They both wanted to go and control that top rune, but Ember just a little bit stronger joining in for the fight there. Storm can't do the same thing. Sleight of Fist and Searing Chains. Not going for the Flame Guard at all in this matchup. No one saying that better off not skilling it. You just have that one sort of passive level 0 Flame Guard, and that's it.
Just go all out catch and damage. And this is the build we used to see against Puck, right? For Embers against Puck?
Yeah.
Just spam non-stop.
Into quite a few matchups, this has been the go-to. You get so much damage just Sleight of Fist spamming.
Good stun from Omar. Keeps Fishman back away from Malik. And Brewmaster will salve up now. And gathering up a decent amount of farm there. Looks like Darkseer's recovered. Windranger back where she's meant to be. The big winner, though, is this Broodmother at 30-8 so far. And not really too bothered by the double melee lane out of Entity. But this Entity lane was never meant to, like, win the lane, right? This is much more of a mid-game timing pairing of heroes. It
is, but you want more than this from your Darkseer. And this is also where, you know, the awkwardness comes from the Spirit Breaker being banned out. They put the Alchemist up here. It's not as potent, and Darkseer is falling behind quite a bit. He's trying to be creative here, pull the creeps and farm jungle, but this is a lot of damage he's taking, and it's not that easy.
And now the Broodmother feels pretty happy to like 1v2 or whatever she wants in that top lane, not under any pressure. So, yeah, Ducalis comes bottom, a bit of pressure onto Watson to force him away from the wave as the Treant showed himself there. And now a move back towards mid where Concoction has been thrown at Noob.
Yeah, they try and help him get the runes, but both the supports are here for both teams.
Oh, yeah, you're right, Entity. Rune, where's it going to spawn? It's an invis for Fishman down at bottom spot. Ducalis has the Concoction thrown at him, but it's the kill on Storm by the ET. The Stomp, not going to land on Omar. So no follow through there, but a great, like, how much stuff did ET get? Hang on a second, because no one's actually going to go dive this. He's looking at Ducalis as a bit of a freebie kill here in this mid lane. Level 3 Treant, and he's being burnt down. The flash fire comes in. Ducalis, a remnant over the top of him, takes him out.
And Storm got TP in here. Gonna get himself back to farming, but great stuff for Entity here, getting big value on the mid rotations. Yeah, like you said, the damage that he gets from the Astral Spirit there. Fishman, I think he got like 3 heroes in his Spirit, and Storm just overestimating his power a little bit there.
What did he get? 400 experience, 400 gold. AT is laughing at this point. 2 kills for the Ember Spirit. Quicker to that level 6.
Oh, and Watson with an aggressive move here.
Where is he?
Guys get stunned up. This is not a good spot to be for him.
Oh, he's at the Wisdom Rune. What's he got? 19-1 charges, a Lotus, trying to stay alive to kill off Omar, but he's hexed up and he's dead.
Oh, boy. He did not expect that support would come there, but that's such a risky move by Watson. Kind of threw away what was, you know, not necessarily a winning lane, perhaps, but he wasn't in a bad spot on the Windranger.
Yeah, he'd been given quite a bit of room to recover.
Yeah, solo move for the Wisdom was, you know, trying to capitalize on all the attention towards mid, but of course Lion was there in time. Omar on point.
Even more emphasis on this mid lane. Kataomi and Fishman making it their home, basically. Oh, the spiders! The iron shell! Oh, money!
No. The micro... It's the micro test. Can you split them? But he has one child he cares about. You're the favorite child now.
The one with the ion shell on it.
Yeah, it's the glowy one. That's my favorite.
It's the hollow foil. It's the alternate art rare.
Ah, yes. Just 2 players using a bit of mana here. Minus 300 mana.
Oh, Concoction from Fog. Sleight of Fist chains. Can they finish off Noob here? He's got Vortex and Mana Pool to zip away, so it's just making him uncomfortable in this lane.
Yeah, no one starting to put pressure towards the tower now with that. Glyph forced out. And deep wards as well. All this attention towards mid lane.
Yeah, but it's like, Noob is annoyed by this, right? The Storm is not having a great time. He's not having an atrocious time, but I'm just thinking about the side lanes here. You know, okay, you're bothering and you're irritating. Oh, Omar doesn't land a stun, so Noob, no one is out of there. Yeah, I was like, okay, you're putting a lot of moves and emphasis mid, throwing stuns at the Storm Spirit, but now you've concocted yourself. You just look at the side lanes and think Brewmaster is comfortable, Broodmother is comfortable. This is PSG Quest looking pretty good.
Yeah, the BM and the BM are both doing quite well on the side lanes. I mean, Brood getting all this farm is really, really important, because if he hits a strong timing, he can go for something like the Orchid, or it's just going to be a normal scaling build for him. And he will fight into the Flame Guard here, as it's only level 0, of course. Not very strong damage output on that. Yeah, they really need mid tower to fall on the side of Entity. All this resource investment towards mid. At the same time, that Brewmaster getting to work on his Radiance safely. Actually giving some farm to the Alchemist here.
Yeah. I was wondering about that. See him stacking and farming jungle.
Greedy +4.
Well, like this is something that's been done before, right? Position 4 Alchemist, +5 Alchemist has been done, but now you don't have to level Greevil's Greed. So does it feel better to be a +4 Alch than it ever did before?
I mean, I haven't played it this patch. I feel like it's a bit too slow for my liking. I feel that you could have something that's more dominance over the way the game is played in the early game. Right now, I'm just looking at him wanting his level 6. He's even leeching experience mid, like, I need my ulti so I can keep jungling. That's not really what I want to hear from my support, you know? Meanwhile, the opponent supports are playing towards that tier 1 tower bottom. They're keeping the Broodmother safe top with the Treant Protector. I don't know.
Unless your support is Puppy, and he's got Storm Spirit with a smoke.
Yeah. I'm farming. Of course, you have Pudge with Rotten Smoke, you know. Guys, I just need to farm.
Hey, what was it? It was Pudge, Storm, Darkseer, Shadow Demon were his big 4. And of course, he learnt it all from Light of Heaven, the Beastmaster jungle back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, there are times when you can get away with farming jungle heroes, even on support roles, but I don't think this patch is it. We'll see if Entity can prove us wrong here, or prove me wrong, as they're working on it, but I just feel like they're giving up too much pacing here.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a bit of a lull in the game, so it kind of feels like Katomi's making the best out of a slow and boring situation. He's getting close to overtaking his Wind Ranger in net worth, though, if he keeps on at this rate.
And that's Watson. I mean, Watson is known for being a really good farmer, but he's not having a good game. And could the two be interconnected, Gareth?
Maybe.
The fact that the support is about to overtake Watson and Watson not having much farm, could it both be related to your jungling Alchemist?
It's possible. I don't know. I don't know what you're trying to say here.
All I'm saying is the call is from inside the house, Gareth.
With your chest. Say it with your chest. Well, Watson's going to sit back in jungle and have a bit of a calmer time away from the eyes of Quest. And it seems like, so far, you know, they're happy to get Broodmother up to the top of the net worth, get to this timing with the Brewmaster and the Storm Spirit. And honestly, in terms of net worth, like, you know, Wind Ranger isn't that far behind the Storm. Darkseer is ahead of the Brew, and Ember's having a decent time.
Yeah, they're all having a pretty good time, but Broodmother will hit that Orchid timing that I was worried about. I was trying to say it earlier, how, you know, having this good of a game, Orchid becomes a big option for her. That's a timing item. You don't always see it from Broodmothers, but in this game, when you're free farming like this, get early Orchid. Ember now can't play aggressive. Smoke move bottom here. See if this works out. Mage Slayer up on the Ember.
Who's his first point of contact going to be? Sees Malik, sees Omar. Concoction channel, vision given. Stuns on the Brew. They don't have enough chain stuns here, though, to kill him before the split comes out, so Malik just shrugs it off.
Yeah. Ember feeling pretty confident, though, with his Mage Slayer, trying to force something here.
Yeah, he's forced the Primal Split. Let's see if Quest can actually do something here to no one. I've stunned him up a fair amount. He's got the Flame Guard still going, though, of course. Cyclone the Alchemist for now. And this Lion almost dying. He does die. Katomi with the Acid Spray with a power shot over the top, enough to secure the kill.
A long-range poke here from Radiant, and now sieging up the tower. Meanwhile, though, Broodmother not being a slouch, pushing top as well. Forcing back a TP. Ember's there. That's a long Slider Fist. He's just going.
I want to chase this one, it looks like. The Fishman was lurking in the shadows, and they've also TP'd the Darkseer up here.
It's a lot of time for Noob to recover farm. He's also going for Orchid. I thought he was going to go Witchblade, but double Orchid is on the menu, it looks like, for the side of Quest. That is very telling to how they want to play this game. Hard and heavy before the Dispels come out.
Yeah, get some quick picks. Like this one, nicely done off the Alchemist. And Noob gets away from shackle shots.
Does he check the D-ward? The Alchemist was really hugging the cliff there when the smoke broke. Looks like they're just going to respect Ember.
Slide Chains clips him. Lion caught up by the Ember Spirit. Jakala's going to put down the sapling, heal the line back up. But it looks like Entity here can clear out an ancient stack that's been made by their opponents.
Yeah, aggressive move. Entity starting to find each other on the map and moving for objectives here. All the while, Brood is of course cooking, but I think it's a good job by Quest trying to dodge this. They're missing their timing a little bit to take these fights. Don't have the Orchid on Storm.
So now Darkseer has protection against Orchid with Greaves. We've got Pavis and I think nearly Solar Crest done by this Alchemist as well. So not necessarily a Dispel, but protection against the Broodmother and her Spiderlings. Entity are itemizing very well just to defend against Brood in general. Yeah,
defensive items are very, very important for Entity here. I would say, especially with Quest going for so aggressive choices. Quest, though, they're waiting on, you know, the sort of Exodia here they're assembling. They have the Radiance coming up soon on Brewmaster, just 600 gold away, 500 gold. And then the double Orchid, and they can start making plays around all their cores with both the supports here. Okay, so he did go back for the Witchblade finally.
Yeah.
Changed his mind.
It feels a bit more secure heading into mid-game. Bit better scaling. Like you're saying, if you go for these investment items where you're investing in aggression and they don't pay off, you just feel so sad.
I think this is way stronger. Witchblade, you get some guaranteed way to hit the Wind Ranger as well. Feels nice. Double Orchid, it gets punished very easily by those Dispels. So this is a better idea. Ember is already building towards a Eul Scepter, so already has the same effect.
A pretty quiet one, honestly. 7 kills in 16 minutes. We've had a lot of action-packed games through the play-ins, and we watched Heroic earlier on today, so this is a little more steady from both these sides, kind of getting to their timings, not really making any rash decisions. Had a few little smoke ganks here and there, but primarily it's been Entity making that first step, and it looks like they're going to make another one here with a smoke out of their 2 supports in behind the Ember.
Yeah, trying to find Ember and go together with him. Top lane is just Tree and Protector holding the creep wave. What they really want is Broodmother. Can they find her? And more importantly, can they kill her even? She does have Yasha and Orchid.
What do we have here? 4 points in Stomp. Counter me with a concoction. Maxed out Slight and Chains.
They might get themselves a consolation prize here if Treant wanders a little bit to the east, but he's sensing it.
Remnant right on his head.
Yeah, he sees that they're playing there with Observer Ward.
Kataomi going to stun himself, but I think they saw the Brood there, but couldn't quite get to TA2000, who is being an absolute nuisance. Running up and down the webs, the cliffs, but the Spiderlings are all killed off there, spread between Kataomi and no one, it looked like.
Watson runs into Noob. Noob gonna back out. Doesn't have the mana to really fight.
Acid Spray, Vacuum, Sleight of Fist is going to be one hell of a combo. I'm kind of sad that Ember Spirit doesn't buy Battle Fury Daedalus anymore, honestly.
Yeah, it was always fun to see that type of build, but, you know, it's, again, just a little bit too slow. You can only have so much greed in your team. I think a Battle Fury Ember, a Post-4 Jungle Alchemist, and, you know, then you just hope that your opponents do not buy their PCs for a little bit.
Wind Ranger, who's had a pretty sad time so far.
Yeah. Aghanim's Shard soon up on Brewmaster. He does have his ulti. Still, both teams playing pretty cautiously here, just building their own farms, stacking their own ancients, clearing up.
I mean, we're going to get to 20, 21 minutes or something. I was like, oh, right, there's enemy heroes in this game. Think about Roshan. Think about these... Hell, think about these tier 1 towers, honestly. And the bottom one's gone on the Radiant side. Mid and top on the Dark side down. Just look at that. 10 stacks built up by the Alchemist. He's doing a great job for himself.
Yeah, he's stacking, but he's also just clearing it as we speak.
TA2000 vacuumed back into the wall and finished off as the hunt finally concludes in a kill on the Brood. Maybe Ducalis heals into the sky. No one. And he finds his man. Very nicely done to grab him a double kill.
That was good play by no one. going in there, finding kills, and double tips coming out for Ducalis here as well. Now, this is where Ember is a good hero for just running around and finding fights. He's now looking for if he can force out the Brewmaster ulti. Lion and Storm are nearby, though. Has to be careful not to overplay this.
Getting stunned up. Storm zips in with a fair amount of damage, and you know what? Oof. A streak taken by Noob. Easy come, easy go.
Easy for us to see that he's walking into a whole lot of players playing close there. He took the chance. No one trying to turn up the pace of the game. I respect it. Game was a little bit slow for my liking anyway. Finds 2 kills, and then he finds a 3rd kill, but it's on himself.
He's that little, little snowball trying to become an avalanche. He gets held back for now. We'll see if it can build a bit of momentum later on. I'm just kind of wondering, why did they tip Ducalis? Is that just a bit of inter-regional, ribbing, a little needle?
Actually, don't know. I don't know the inner workings between these two teams, but yeah, he I don't feel like he did anything weird to warrant a tip, so it felt personal to me.
It felt like I got you, friend. I found you.
Yeah, you thought you were sly, trying to pretend that he was just one other tree there, but they got a good read. Look at Entity though. They lost their mid laner, and immediately when he respawns, they group up towards mid and look like they might make a move somewhere. Do they have a smoke though? They don't.
Nope. Never did even though.
Smoke is on courier. It's coming in soon. They're probably already calling that they shouldn't smoke anymore because the timing is kind of missed. So instead, it's going to be Tormentor. Both teams taking Tormentors right now.
Speaking of timings, we've got that Manta Style and Broodmother, which I think I saw was a new record in terms of timing. Yes. Very fast for her. And then a Lion Blink Dagger. So yeah, it's coming together now for a quest.
Yeah, Broodmother is looking absurdly strong. And Manta just for a soft little dispel for Searing Change. But then a BKB is needed next for him to really be able to stand his ground in these fights. So Fishman gets his shard for free. So he can now jump in with the Stomp. Also, the Stomped CDR is just amazing. Big part of that shard. And of course, the Treant shard, a classic. He was going to buy it anyway, so that just saves him 1,200 gold.
It feels nice when the real hero, the real target gets the shard instead of some Bat Rider or Tiny or something.
Yeah, I think they were pretty fine with either getting it there. Getting the Mana Drain upgrade on Lion would also not be too bad. Getting the sort of BKB effect there. Pretty nice still.
Oh, man, Alk Shard is really good this game though, huh?
Yeah, there's a lot of value here to dispel. The Treant ulti, the Orchids. It's quite a few things.
It's just, I mean, the fact of the matter is, carry players hate playing against Treant. They're like, oh, I've got to buy Manta or Yules or some nonsense against this Overgrowth. So I've got Berserker's Potion now.
Oh, the wraparound. They saw the Alchemist a little bit, I think, but they're on the wrong side. Can't catch him. They're going to go towards Roche. This is a good dodge for Entity. So Alchemist is 1,400 gold away from his Aghanim Scepter. And I can only imagine this Aghanim is going straight towards the Wind Ranger. You could give it to no one, though, on Zember.
Yeah?
But Wind Ranger needs some help. She needs a push here. Like, she's not having the game that she needs. The Aghanim Scepter would allow her to have more positioning in the fights.
How does it work? If you're an alchemist, you give an axe to someone, it's immediately consumed, right?
Yes.
So you don't get to give they don't get the like stats from it.
They do. They do get stats.
They do.
From it.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
They keep the stats. Specifically, Alchemist consumed Aghanims does give it.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, so it didn't at first, but they added that as a little extra buff to Alchemist.
Gotcha. So it is going to buff her up and make her like a bit tankier, give her a bit of stats as well as
21 damage, right, or something from the universal damage as well.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, I think it's a good addition. Get some 400 HP increase almost.
Then yeah, give it to Watson. Oh. Aegis is there for the Ember Spirit. 4 minutes of it. Let's see what that is. It a farming power play? We've had a lot of farming these 23 minutes of gameplay so far. Is this when entities start to feel comfortable with their Wind Ranger BKB?
They have to make a play somewhere. I wonder if it's 700 gold on the Alchemist and then go. He's 500 gold away. Maybe it is worth waiting for the Aghanims here. You waited this long. You might as well wait for this very, very key timing, I think. But yeah, both teams very complacent here in this game. We have Kaya coming out for Storm. Treant working on a blink up top, but he's still 400 gold away from it.
It just kind of feels like everyone's playing PvE, you know?
Yeah, so how's your RPG going?
World of Warcraft, go and kill 10 boars, bring the skins back to the market, give it to the tradesman.
Maybe that's what happened. They loaded into the game and Dota Plus just told them, okay, your quest this game is you gotta find me 20 satyrs. Gotta be the blue ones, you know? It's like, okay.
Those Warpine Raiders have been attacking the village. Yeah. Is there no one who can save us?
Oh, no. Some Fable story coming out here from Dota. Oh. And we're going to see maybe an ulti force here again. He's trying. Yule's setup. Staying on the Brewmaster. He's like,
yeah, trying to catch him out.
Click your button. Click your button.
Bottom jungle in the meantime. Alchemist getting zapped down and finished off by the Storm and the Lion. And yeah, that Brewmaster had to Primal Split to get away from the grasp of no one and the rest of Entity.
Oh no, they killed the FedEx. He was gonna try and bring the Aghanim Scepter to his teammate there. Now we have to wait to find out who's gonna get it.
So, this is where you pause, you go ad break. Find out next time on Alchemist Farming Adventure.
20 seconds. If there was ever time for a little pause. Cliffhanger right now. Who does get it? I mean, my money would still be on giving it to Wind Ranger, to be honest, just for a power spike, but I could see no one making a case like, dude, just give it to me. I've been the one enabling the team. Let's go.
It's like the I'm strong kind of moment.
Yeah.
Storm Spirit gonna zip away, but no mana pool remaining. BKB TP, nothing to go through it, so successfully back home.
Oh, here it comes. It is for no one. So he has the extra remnants now, the speed on the remnants, of course, as well.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a tempo item.
It's going to give him the confidence to go, diving onto these heroes. Like you mentioned in the draft, Lion, Treant, kind of susceptible to being run at and dived. They do not like being caught out.
Man, imagine you're playing carry. You have an alchemist farming jungle, so you keep struggling. You're having a shit game, and then he gives Aghanims to someone else.
How dare you?
You're like, no.
Oh. How does Darkseer? So DM bought Shard on Darkseer, right? And you've talked about how this is kind of undersold, underrated. Mm-hmm. It's super good with Ember Spirit, right? The Sleight of Fist.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Surge should paint a picture if you have the shard. Yeah, that should work. So if you slide a fist, he slides around and just puts it.
Because when you remnant, you travel like you don't teleport to the remnant, right? You travel a path to the remnant.
Yeah,
Does
I think so. I think it will be like a one of those kids.
Oh my god. Okay. Goodbye, Storm. While we're having this casual conversation, Storm Spirit just annihilated by Entity.
The mechanics are more important. Who cares if he died?
I want to see the purple on the floor everywhere.
Entity are carrying us. They're gonna go high ground here. Quick push and awkward spot here for the side of Quest. They didn't go for a pipe on Brewmaster, by the way. Not going auras. He doesn't have the Manta style here for this defense.
Yeah, and seemingly nothing to really stop them from just chipping away at tier 3 down to almost dead.
Yeah, that's huge.
Age 6 expires, and they will have to come back, maintain the lanes, prune away the Broodmother, and try and get rid of some of her spiderlings.
This is the aura difference at this point. You have Pipe, you have Greaves on the Darkseer. Meanwhile, inside the Brewmaster, you have Radiance and a Cloak. I don't know. I think Radiant are way stronger at team fighting right now, simply because of itemizations. We will see a smoke up, though. Quests. Do they go and take this fight head on? Looks like they're playing away to top area, but Roche couldn't spawn yet. It's still too early. So they're in a little bit of a weird spot going top here.
Well, minute 28 is one of the 7 times table, so Wisdom Rune's coming up. Potential Tormentor steal.
Yeah, both Tormentors are down for now, so gonna have to hold it for a while if so. We do see the Wisdom Rune get claimed up here.
Hell, just a high ground push. Send the Spiderlings forth. Do the damage. Honestly, 30 minutes into this game.
Dodge.
Or the vacuum back. They've got TA2000 and Omar, dragged him into base. TA2000, BKB's up, insatiable hunger, life stealing off the Elder Titan, who's going to get picked off here by the Storm and the Brood. And a BKB TP gets the Brood back to Fountain. The rest of Quest, though, Treant does get found out here.
Oh my god, they're actually defending without bringing back the Alchemist. He's still mid, he's farming during this. There's some illegal stuff going on. Lion blinking in there, trying to catch the Ember, but no one got the slide out, so he was just waiting for the Sleight of Fist to end. Put himself in a weird spot.
Now, Gleipnir, there's no BKB Brood, but he has Manta to get out of it. Watson, BKB, Finger of Death thrown, but there's no one. Ember Spirit, incredibly tanky. Stands there and fights back. Noob and Omar have to bail to get back into their base. They're still being tagged up by a couple of stuns. Another Remnant to jump into tier 3 tower. The turnaround, though, hang on, no one. Greaves back up. Healing from the Darkseers. Nice there to keep them alive, top them up. And Watson, trying to run away from the Brewmaster, should successfully get away from danger here. As Malik is trying to burn him with a Radiance, but that's not going to be enough.
Very, very close. Just towing the line here. Entity pushing themselves into Quest's base, and Quest kind of just had to take it there. They didn't have the great stuff to fight them off anymore. They were missing their Brewmaster ulti there towards the end.
I was going to say, when that push started, I keep forgetting there's a Brood in this game, you know? Like, okay, Brood is first picked, Brood has had a good lane, Brood has farmed, Brood is top of the net worth. I just haven't seen the Brood.
Because of the players have felt like they forgot about Brood. I think Brood even forgot about Brood. He's 1-1-0 right now. He does have 480 CS though, so he is winning that PvE game hard. He has the Orchid, he has the Nullifier as well. So if he upgrades to Bloodthorn now, his damage will be crazy. BKB is ready on him as well now again. He's feeling very ready to fight. Roche could spawn any moment here. The players know it, so controlling bottom part of the map is big here for PSG. Kind of outmaneuvering Entity here as they find themselves on the wrong side of the map.
Yeah, and where's my Alchemist's Radiance? It's 30 minutes in. He's got a lot of money saved up, but he bought a Blink Dagger. Okay.
Yeah, I thought he was going to buy one more Aghanims for a while there, but it was a Blink Dagger for himself, so he can actually go in and stun now.
Bottom lane he's maintaining.
Oh no, not the gates play. Oh no, this never works. Remnants? Don't do it.
The Remnants will expire. They're coming through the gate, though, straight in towards the Broodmother, who's shackled up. TA2000 is just dead. Oh, dearie me. PSG Quest has. They've got to zip away from this one. A double kill for Watson. Kills Omar to the left-hand side. Primal Split used. Entity go through the gate. The immediate reaction to kill the Brood. They're dealing with the Brewlings now. Killing off the little ones. The Storm is dead. Well, the Storm Panda, anyway.
He's running.
Earth Brewling. What's he got left? 10 seconds left on the timer. He's being chipped away at. Oh, he's going to get dragged back here by a vacuum as soon as he pops out of it. In we go with the roots, the control, and the damage from this Ember Spirit Wind Ranger combo.
Trains as well now.
PSG Quest just bleeding out. Hero after hero falling so quickly.
I think you need someone to get like a, I don't know, a bell or something to wake people up because they've been farming for too long. The Broodmother got shackled by a Wind Ranger who gated through the gate that you were staring at for that long and you didn't Manta or BKB it. I feel like they were all just sitting there staring at the gate like, oh, the enemy are coming through. Then the enemy came through and then the enemy shackled you. Like, how did that even play out?
I've heard about deer in headlights, but deer only have 2 eyes, right?
Yeah.
Spider in headlights? They've got freaking 20 eyes. What?
That's true.
Is it worse for them because of that?
It's because it's a cerebral thing, you know? It's not an optical thing. It's not that you can't see it, Gareth. He's stunned by what he sees. No, we definitely need, we need yeah, like this one right here. Wish we could have seen it a little bit earlier. They saw them go through. You can see the TP out.
I'm going to keep coming back to this. It is a simple explanation, Wagga, and my Neanderthal brain loves it. The play-in effect. The Entity have warmed up. They've played more games. They are acclimatized to, you know, the Riyadh 45-degree Celsius weather, the refrigerated insides with the air conditioning, the LAN effect. They are ready for it, and they're showing here against Quest.
They're showing it now by smoking, backing out, going towards their Ember again, bring him into the smoke, and then go towards the Roche again.
I'm stupid. They're both play-in teams. And no one's going to start off a route onto the Brewmaster. Treant trying to throw down the Grassman, delay the advance. Broodmother trying to angle in from the northern side with the vacuum wall back on TA2000. Earthsplitter landing, massive damage, and Entity surviving. The initial onslaught here from PSG Quest, not enough damage to even bring down a support. Fishman survived it. Malik's Brewling's in trouble. The last one pops the hero back into reality as he's surrounded by Entity. Malik gonna drop to this. Wind Ranger,
so
Alchemist,
much.
Ember Spirit has no one. Another Gleipnir connection on the Broodmother. Shackled up, and TA2000's dead to rights. Caught with his pants down. Noob can heal up all he wants, but he's being controlled and nearly killed. Has to zip away with a BKB TP.
A long ticket back to base, but they didn't lose anyone there. Just standing their ground so strong here. Radiant way too tanky. And again, why are they so tanky, Gareth? It's the aura difference. Your offlaner has a Radiance Manta. Their offlaner has a Greaves Pipe. Even has the ceremonial robe, for God's sake. He has the extra one.
We are not the same.
Yeah, there is honestly a difference here, and it is the survivability of the teams.
They're finally going to come back for this mid lane of barracks that they set up so nicely 10 minutes ago even now. And this is all without taking Roshan as well.
Yeah, they're not looking at Roche, they're looking at bigger advantages here.
I mean, we so get used to that flow of the game, right? Of pushing, the ebb, the flow, the tier 1's falling, the Roshan taken, the farming with it. Second Roshan is for high ground. This is breaking the mold right now. Entity going straight back up for a second lane of barracks, knowing the Broodmother is dead for 10 more seconds and unlikely to buy back.
Not even glyphing? They have glyph, and Melirex is dying, but not even using glyph? I hate to say this, but it feels like Quest are a bit asleep at the wheel here. That's just a missed glyph right there. I mean, it's not big, but that's still 3 seconds your opponents have to sit around and do nothing. All 5 of them.
Yeah, at least Ducalis gets a Wisdom Rune on the opposing side of the map, but... Ah, man, there's Darks here. What is he, 1-0-12?
Yeah,
7,000 gold from
lane
bounty
as well.
runes.
Remember that. DM was not having a good laning stage, but it doesn't matter. He's now back and got the one punch. As he said, he can now deliver some chain stun as well. If he sees Storm, he can blink on him, stun him. And BKB TP out won't work anymore.
This whole game has felt like no one has really set the tempo for it as well. Level 21. Stepping up.
Gem finds a D ward for them as well.
The Lawnmower Ember Spirit. Malik has to Manta early here.
Double Gleipnir.
Gleipnir into Shackle Shot, into Concoction. Just they're just showing right now. It's like proof of concept. Like, we can stun you for quite a while, Mr. Brewmaster.
Yeah, you like moving, Mr. Brew? How about a Yules? Another shackle? How about a stun?
Oh my god, I'm laughing because it's so painful and I can feel it. Brewmaster's dead, but the Darks here follows him. Good pick off from Quest. They blow up DM, but no one in the back lines grabs himself a double kill. Juicy target still left to take down as well. Ember Spirit not wanting to go toe-to-toe with the TA2000 Broodmother now. Noob trying to zip back in as well as Watson cycloned. Good control from PSG Quest. Maybe taking this Wind Ranger out of the game as well with another Vortex in. Dragging Watson towards death. And this Noob Storm still alive, barely.
And they lift up the Alchemist here. Could get more.
Yeah, Katomi, drag back. Chemical Rage does not offer you enough protection.
Oh, no one is in.
He's back to full HP. He's got like 3,000 health, more than that even. 1v3ing, but he has to zip away. Trying to go mano a mano. Oh, he finds the Storm. He zips over him by accident.
The tip from Noob. Oh my god.
He didn't mean to do that.
This reward transcends expectation is definitely true for when he pressed that activate Fire Remnant there.
He didn't see him, right? He didn't know.
No, he had no clue.
Oh, that's great. Love Dota.
Yeah, just randomly cruising over him. Fishman now getting run at. Nullifiers here.
Another slight change though in tier 2000. 60% HP.
Is low again here for Ember. Can send forward Remnant, maybe run back to base. Oh, yeah, it's actually diving in.
Oh, he's found a grab on Omar. The Straggler left all alone, and the Spirit Stomp in the nick of time. And at least signs of life from Quest, right? They can punch back, they can still fight, but Entity have so much in that tank.
Signs of life, but they did commit their Brewmaster buyback into that, and they lost that fight. So now you got to be real worried. They used the buyback on the Lion, buyback on the Brewmaster, and Roche falling. Here we see the replay, of course, of that fight. That started in a very hilarious way.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the highlights back. You know, a serious team fight is just me cackling because the Brewmaster's chain stunned for 20 seconds.
Poor guy, he didn't have a choice in that fight. And that Remnant over. And we see another one.
That's the no one show.
Yeah, good catches here.
20k lead now for Entity. Aegis for the Wind Ranger. Cheese in the hands of the Alchemist for now. But this man on our screen, no one. 43,000 hero damage in a 40-minute game. He's got 1,000 damage a minute, which is insane.
Yeah, he's really showing us expertise here, pushing Ember to its absolute limits. You know, always, you know, taking it to the point that he's running out of both HP and mana, I feel like.
And Quest having to get back in their base as Katomi shows his face up top.
And how tanky is he now on Ember? Like 3.8k HP with Mage Slayer, with Cloak of Flames, BKB, Yules. How do you kill him at this point? It's not easy.
I mean, that's the thing, right? He came back into that fight, full resources, and he 1v4'd. And it didn't feel like Quest were even close to killing him.
Yeah. And now they're going in together.
Do they have the chain stuns? Have they got him? He's got BKB this time. And move in from TA2000. Dragging back with the harpoon onto DM. Trying to drop the spells on the Broodmother here. As TA2000 Shackle shot it up. Can they follow through with a sleight of fist and the remnants? Not quite. Gleipnir though connects, and Omar's Lion is dead. Oh, the Wind Ranger popped over with the Noob Storm returning into the fight. And DM brought back, running from that mid lane back up towards top.
Brewmaster ulti ending soon though. That's their big power spike, and now Darkseer's rejoining.
So no primal split, no wall. Ember Spirit not relying on any cooldowns really. Just zipping, zapping all over the place. And he is out of remnants currently, but they'll come back in short time.
Still cheese on the Wind Ranger as well in this fight.
Asleep into punch. The Broodmother dealing with one of her own kind. And the damage comes pretty quickly there to kill off TA2000. This might just be lights out in game one. No Brood, no Brew. And what's left for them?
They lost all the BM. There's only one BM left, and that's the all chat. Say something quick before you lose.
To GG Easy, the lion, drop the GG Easy.
GG Easy
to hell and back and back again.
Game one here. It's looking too dominant.
Good attempt onto Watson, but he's too quick this time. And Noob has gone in, meets his demise there. Buyback will come through from Noob Storm, but GG is called. It is the Lion to call it out as the first one in the all chat. And game one goes to Entity as they continue this dominant looking performance at Riyadh.
Yeah, Entity just doing fantastic here. Overall, they looked like they were the ones who were a little bit more in control, I guess, in the early game. There was a moment where, you know, the Broodmother looked like she was passing some love to each other here before the game starts. Some tips coming out for each other before the game gets underway. Both teams anticipating this first fight here. There's a smoke coming in from Radiant, but it was only a smoke for Ward. They smoked very early in their base. Meanwhile, late smoke here from Quest. You know what I say about late smokes, Gareth? They're looking for blood.
They get kills. Let's see.
They do see Alchemist on bottom. So still they're moving top here.
30 seconds to battle.
And getting into enemy ancients. I guess the chance here to block up the large camp, potentially get some high ground vision and see what's coming. Super vital when you're against an Alchemist who has shown stacking as king.
Yeah, they did have two sentries here over on the Clockwork, but not going to expend one on the Ancients.
I was so sure of that.
Yeah, I thought so too.
No, we'll see what they get done with it. No one meets Noob over by the trees. He was trying to skirt around the edges looking for wards. And some cogs going to try and push them back, but Fishman, he skirts the edge of that cog trap nicely to grab the bounty rune. Throws some fiery spirits across. Blood grenade from Omar and some damage out of Malik, but the turn. The Doom has walked to try and kill the Phoenix, dies to the sleight of fist of no one, and this mid-Ember gets first blood. Does get Shikuchi'd, and right-click damage comes his way, but he's got Fairy Fire, Tangos, and now a bottle coming on Courier.
Yeah, he's going to be very happy with this, even though he's going to struggle a bit on the first creep wave here, so we'll see if Noob can really pressure him at all, but yeah, the bottle, as you said, it's already here.
I get away from some of these power shots as well.
Yeah, not landing the harassment, but still getting good CS on the first creep wave. 4 and 1 for Noob, so can't complain about that. Perfect CS, pretty much. Only missing 1 or 2 denies now.
And always nice with these universal heroes. Get some stats, get some right clicks going. You should have some good harassment against the Ember before the slight spam really begins properly.
Blood grenade by Ducalis here. Just throwing it on Kataomi, but of course doesn't have battery assault yet.
Yeah, everyone's still level 1 and just dragging the wave. This time around, though, DM is going to gather it. And looks like he's going to drag it under tower. I don't get it to match up behind the tier 1, but...
Yeah, this is not what you want. You want to connect with the creep wave behind your tier 1 tower, but Clockwork did a good job slowing it all down. Now Kataomi gets pushed around the pinball machine.
That expended armature. Oh, the ranged hits from the troll, but the surge comes in from DM.
Very good surge there. He would have died to a W from Troll. He had it coming off cooldown, but gets safe just in time there.
Oh, 10 and 2 up on this win ranger now. Doubling up the CS of no one so far. He's going to get himself Water Rune and a refill, but some catching up to do here for the Ember Spirit already. It's a similar problem to what we saw, right? That TA-SF matchup. Like, yes, you get first blood. Yes, your bottle's coming, but it's kind of a nightmare playing the lane with low resources.
Yeah, it's tough. And this case, I think it's a lot about Noob just, you know, doing a really good job CSing so far. He has harassed really well. We haven't talked much about bottom lane, but so far 11 and 3 on this Terrorblade. Farming quite well.
5 and 1 for Doom, but maybe now
no Fishman.
Kill onto Fishman. The Phoenix sliced by Malik. A conscious decision there to give it to the Doom himself.
Yeah, make sure to get that gold where it should end up. And he did go for the Devil's Bargain, so I'll keep an eye on if he does any interesting selling mechanics here in this game. Of course, that's a 90% sell value on items.
And how many braces is he going to buy? 3,
He is at
4?
least going 2, it seems.
And you get a lot of value out of them. Now, Lotus pool time. DM going to grab the one on the left side.
Radiant structures are
Looks like
fortified.
Terrorblade fighting away in the wave. Off to the right-hand side. Phoenix going to grab the opposing one. Giving a bit of space there as the wave does push forward.
Yeah, so both going the way of Radiant, having a little bit of a Lotus advantage there. Weaver is doing harassment wherever he can to his TB, but of course he has 12 armor, pretty hard to hit that much.
I mean, on paper, just looking at this bottom lane from Quest, Doom and Weaver, initially it's like, that's kind of a shit lane. What are they going to do? But with Shikuchi, Swarm, Scorched Earth, and just chasing potential, if this lane goes near their tier 1, they can just run down this TB and the Phoenix, who are pretty low HP, susceptible to magic damage heroes.
Yeah, it's a lot of damage. It is a lot of damage coming out from these two heroes. And pretty high mobility still with the Scorched Earth running after people. Oh no, Weaver stole no one's rune!
And he's got the Swarm on him as well.
Omar, quick fingers.
The Weaver coming in clutch. Yeah, this Ember Spirit's dead here, surely. Up to high ground, trying to escape. Malik's dead to Watson in the meantime. But that final Shikuchi will take down the Ember Spirit.
Yeah, he knows he's dead. And that's a painful, slow death as well. Long time away from the lane. Not a good feeling.
And DeCarlos has trapped DM in the cogs up top. But that's here, 2000. Not able to connect. And they're actually running forward onto this Clockwork now, knowing he's spent his spells. Iron Shell doing a fair amount of damage here. No real kill threat to be seen.
Just trading damage wherever you can. TB meta is not out, so bottom body blocks here coming in from Omar, doing a bit of damage to him.
And Omar's having a cracking game, isn't he? Well, this is the guy that feels like quite often steps up on his Rubik, his Weaver, his Lion. Before this tournament, I'd say his Lion as well, but it's not looked very good, you know, this meta or in these drafts so far. But yeah, the position 4 player from Quest, absolutely one of the shining stars, just to get the ball
Fishman,
rolling.
He's just waiting for a chance here. Diving in now.
On to
This is a deep
2000.
dive though.
Yeah, a little too deep for comfort, it looks like. Fishman turns back onto Ducalis. Swarm on 2 of them, and the Troll will open up on the Phoenix. Crack some eggs. He's being burnt, though. Hang on, missed chance. The damage over time, making things awkward for the Troll Warlord there, while Omar steps up onto Kataomi. Concoction, though, on the Iron Shells, causing problems for the Weaver. Let's see if it's enough damage to finish him off, because the troll can turn and fight back into this with a double kill up for TA2000. They've juked and jived, they've kited and controlled, and DM, oh, he's dead. A triple kill for the troll warlord, but Omar walks back into the iron shelled catapult to die.
Yeah, in mid, we saw a solo kill, I believe it was, by Windranger onto the Ember, who then also got the kill on Windranger under tower. So trading back and forth, but of course Wind coming out ahead. The exchange bottom now. Doom, more kills coming in.
Everywhere you look, bloodbath. I mean, Kataomi's trying to chase this one down. Malik, what's he got? A salve into inventory from the backpack, but Concoction is coming. So Kataomi should be able to stun him up and chase this one for the TB to maybe come and get the Wolves. Not going to cause issues there. Alchemist will kill him off.
Wolves just want to get involved, man. A little bit of action there.
Friends?
Yeah, mid, for a brief moment in time, we had level 7 versus level 5 there. That's the level advantage on Windranger. Full level up. But Ember does hit his level 6 now. Yeah, see the timing there. Full minute ahead, basically, on the level 6.
Oh, the Wisdom Rune's coming up. Ducalis, he is committed. Well, that's worthy of a tip now for sure.
Yeah, and you get something on your Ember, who otherwise was struggling a bit.
Yeah, Fishman's realized that someone has to go and take it. You know, they stopped the contest and left the rune alone. Deny on an observer board up atop as well, as Noob comes in, trying to contest the ancient spot over on Entity side. Well, this is a far cry from game 1, right? Where it was 20 minutes in, we had like 4-3. Now we've got 7-6, 7.5 minutes in, and there's another one here for Omar Kataomi. Concoction into Shikuchi. He did dust him up, so he sees him. Tries to retreat back, while Fishman nearly dying to a power shot. Able to secure his own life and run away thanks to Fiery Spirits. But Omar on the tail of the Alchemist here. Oh, the Concoction, acid spray. Not enough control, though, and Fishman going to be counting his lucky stars that he survives there. But in comes the cavalry. Watson and no one clear up the Weaver.
A good thing they came in. Weaver, close to getting a double kill there, finds himself an easy Alchemist who was, you know, just way too low HP for his own good.
Back and forth, this pendulum goes.
This is the dangerous thing. If you ever try to jungle farm with an Alchemist support or something, then this Weaver can easily just run around and punish that. Last game was very, very greedy. I think this game is all about tempo.
Yeah, you've got to play fast. They're going to be looking at this Clockwork, Weaver, Doom trio running around killing people, as Omar has added another name to his list of deceased. Fishman gone, Observer Ward also taken out, and this bottom lane absolutely belongs to Quest.
Yeah, and that's not the first time now that he walks too close to a Clockwork on Phoenix. Even though you can dive out, he immediately gets pushed and basically gets run down very quickly when it happens.
So who was it we discovered?
Yeah.
Oh, it was Dawnbreaker, right? We discovered she can't Celestial Hammer out of the...
Right, yeah, she gets pushed back in because the expended armature pushes inwards too. So she can't fly out.
That's rough.
Yeah, but Phoenix looks like Phoenix can fly out, but gets pushed on the outside. It's kind of weird. Maybe it's dependent on angle. Maybe he could get pushed in as well. I'm not sure.
Because it's not like dive gives you height, right? It's not flying over them or anything like that. Yeah, I don't know.
No, there's no Z axis on the dive.
Two mechanics. Omar, another big swarm. A dive forward from Phoenix and the Ember Spirit, but Kataomi and Fishman looking a little worse for wear. This is like the Weavers 1v4ing them, forcing them to metamorphosis, getting a snipe on Fishman with a power shot. Kataomi's on the run.
They have a ward as well. They can dive here. Windranger got vision on the Alchemist, lands a power shot.
It looks like he's running away now, though. Doesn't want to continue going on. It's already victory. They kill the Phoenix. They force metamorphosis. They force numbers down here. Your Troll is farming to Battle Fury. Your Windranger is fine getting involved. Entity are kind of scrambling, looking to get stuff done, and they do not have that same impetus and driving force they had from No One's Ember Spirit in game 1.
And No One, for a second time, this game gets out-clicked on our rune. He's joined us. He's in the old ranks like you and me now.
Oh, no.
Step aside.
That's a big difference as well. Because in the previous game, I think it was like, I guess it was much later. It was like 20 minutes in. It was like 3,000 compared to 700. So already Quest have doubled the amount of net worth they've got from bounty runes in a shorter amount of time.
Yeah, brutal. The nice coming in for Noob here, just always being pesky to the Ember Spirit here. Yeah, Bounty Rune control, Power Rune control, all of it matters so much. The Doom is gonna get his Midas, has the recipe now and the gloves, so it's completed. Just need to wait for that to come out. Katomi is just jungling away on the Alchemist. I cannot accept this. It
You don't
feels
condone
wrong.
this behavior?
I mean, I suppose he's joining for fights as well here and there. He's not taking that much time to jungle. He's just finding time whenever it's like stack time. He stacks up, farmer at camp, and then run and fight somewhere again.
I just cannot be understated how much space this Weaver has created, though, right? Like, you've got your Doom to Midas, you've got your Troll to Battle Fury. You have, like, single-handedly as Omar, team fought your way as a Weaver to safety for your core heroes on the side lanes.
So far, Omar is the MVP of this game for sure. Yeah. He's doing a great job. At the same time, they haven't really shut down Watson. He's farming away on his TB. He's getting pretty big. But still 1,000 gold behind that that Troll, of course, who's just enjoying free farm with Battle Fury at this point.
And this is an important timing as well. DM has the mech, so kind of team fight time here for Entity. If they can just connect on this Noob Wind Ranger min, slight chains, but the concoction was a self-stun on the Alchemist. So now with Troll's arrival, Noob not feeling comfortable to stand and fight there. Actually runs away as he looks towards the top rune. That's why
Coveted
Arcane has
Arcade
spawned.
rune.
He dodged the Doom, but not the second time. The hook shot allowed this Doom to land his ulti. The Sunder from Watson from the high ground. The Supernova on the low ground. Focused down. Killed off. Ember Spirit still doomed on the left side. Clock for Phoenix trade. And it looks like everyone else is going to run away.
Beautiful save there. The Sunder coming in, and that's what we talked about in the draft. The TB, very good against Doom. Helping up there.
Hey, he's thinking about going again. Omar with a Shikuchi aggressive move forward, then back again. A lot of poking here from Quest as they're looking to chase down Kataomi with a shackle shot landing, but this sleight of fist damage, no one in the back lines, Malik very low, Ember Spirit unable to finish the job just yet though. Tries to get in deeper, does die though as Noob just turns and kills him off.
Oh, they don't have X for this fight.
The Watson TB, he's got to run and hide. Half HP, nothing left to play with here. Concoction landing, Fishman about to die to the swarm. The Cogs trapping them inside as well now, allowing the escape for Ducalis and Malik to run back. No one has bought back. He's gone in very deep. He's 1v3.
Oh, he's dropping
trying
fast
to fight them. He can't kill them off. Finally gets the takedown on Malik. No one's surviving on a tiny amount of health. DM coming in to try and save the day as well as TA2000's dead to the dogs here. The buyback out of the Ember Spirit. Resolving the fight and recovering things for Entity.
That's a huge buyback decision right there. Good call as well. They take the tower, almost get the Wind Ranger as well. She was being run down by the Alchemist, but just didn't have more people around, so couldn't quite get that kill. Weaver barely getting out with his life as well. 15 seconds now for the Wisdom Rune, so Omar already trying to set up on it. They did see him though. I don't think he's getting this one for free. He wants it.
You can try though.
Yeah, you can always try. Vacuum to the side. Not gonna allow it.
The dust as well.
Oh, surge up. Okay, he's gonna be fine. And this is why Weaver is so annoying. Yeah, that sleight of fist all over the place.
My goodness. I mean, no one. His buyback decision here, vital. Like, it was kind of close cut on a knife's edge.
Ooh. Optimistic attempt there to kill him as we go back into the game. A hook shot connects on the creep wave, so they do not get the chain stun. He's gonna stay safe for now. And that's a full Maelstrom for him. So now he can actually hit the Wind Ranger with Maelstrom procs against that evasion.
Yeah, Solar Crest on the Alchemist hitting him as well.
We need vision here. Watson is calling. He needs vision on the bottom lane. He wants to see them invade. Watson, silent game, but 2-0 and 7 has actually been involved in as many kills here as the Darkseer or even the Alchemist.
Yeah, it's been a really good job of Entity to kind of bring numbers to him, because there's been, that one moment where they tried to take the fight down bottom and there was 5 of Entity there as a brick wall. So Watson, like, popped meta, ran away to farm, basically. And then he joined the mid lane fight as well, which is nice to see. But
yeah, and the fact that he did Sunder up and save his Ember there in the mid fights was really big, making sure to have impact.
Just a beast farming away. We're very, very close to that Troll at the top.
Doom update, by the way. I haven't seen any interesting buy and sell mechanics being used yet. Still has the double bracer Midas, going for Shivas next.
Does he have a magic wand? Did he sell his branches?
He does. We'll see if it makes a big switch later on. First, he needs money. You need money to make money. Omar going behind them here, but 5-man push by Entity top. Should easily secure the tower. Quest do not want to fight this one.
I'm wondering, I guess someone has done the maths on this already, I'm sure, but if you have a load of unreliable gold, it's just better to buy like 30 salves or something, right? And then sell it as Doom later on if you're trying to get a big item?
Right, you mean to, yeah, I mean, that's the old trick, basically. What people used to do with recipes, yeah. Dota 1 trick. Your age is showing.
Well, I remember it was even early days of Dota 2.
Yeah.
Was Omar getting clipped here? And he's got Shikuchi. Yeah, there was next KZ Mantis Earthshaker. And they were like losing super hard, you know, 25 minutes in the game, and he's trying to buy a Blink Dagger
recipes or something.
Yeah.
Just spam by them and
just buying. He bought like a 20 TP scrolls and like 20 Soul Ring recipes or something, like something nutty like that, where they would all sell for 70% or whatever it was back then.
Used to be the deal. I think as a core, you probably don't want to spend out unless you're like anticipating dying a lot. It's a different story if you're like a POS 4 shaker who needed to go Blink back in the different meta. Maybe support Doom. POS 4 Doom. Buy and sell things.
Yeah, rush that Blink. Oh, no one again being a pest.
I mean, you could go like POS 4 Doom with a bunch of bracers and then sell them all and buy Midas instead. And then, you know, your team thought that you were going to be useful. Then you, grief them anyway.
The bait and switch. The classic. Oh, we've returned into a bit of a lull. Nice dead even, kills, net worth. Not a difference between these two teams. So the difference maker is going to be itemization. Now, we got this Midas on Doom. He wants to scale. Troll Warlord bought Battle Fury. He wants to scale. We need to get into that late game to feel the real presence of those two. And I guess a similar story for Watson's Terrorblade. He's going to get his Manta Stall in a little bit, but he's going to want a Skadi after that, a Daedalus, etc.
Oh,
Darkseer.
Onto Darkseer.
DM getting pushed around. The cogs getting kicked at him now. Does escape, but with no mana pool remaining. Sunray on Ducalis and a concoction there kills off the Clockwork.
And a quick tip as well.
They've got something against Ducalis here.
I mean, it was very personal, that hook, trying to kill the Darkseer. Darkseer was like, nah, I'm not out of position. I got my friends right next to me. He has the Greaves of lined up in his quick buy. He has the pipe already, of course. Threatening to do a blink in here, or not a blink in. They don't have it. Just run at them.
The walk in.
Yeah, of course no blink. He's going for the Aghanims again. It's going to be the Aghanims, and this time I guess we can assume it's Ember again, back to back.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
We saw what he did last game with it. Some amazing things. This does feel like PSG are really hinging on the troll to have big impact. Because just sitting back like they're doing right now, I guess they were trying to make moves with the Clockwork, but it feels like they're flailing a bit.
Yeah, I guess it's like an awkward time when your Wind Ranger's just short of BKB, and then when Wind Ranger has BKB, you're waiting for the troll to have his, so you don't have that perfect like synchronization between your itemization.
Yeah, not hitting the same timing as hard. A little bit disconnected indeed. But the Aghanim Scepter on the troll is a really big power spike here as well. I want to say the Flame Guard can be dispelled. Search, Iron Shell, of course. It's quite a bit of stuff that you can get rid of.
Oh, this is where Entity kind of swarm the map. Shove out top with a maneuverable hero like the Ember Spirit. Kind of controlling mid, holding onto that tier 1 there. And forcing the hand of Quest to be the ones to smoke and make the move. But the smoke breaks. And this Ember Spirit saw them all on their run through the jungle. They start with a hook shot onto the Phoenix. Ember Spirit getting caught up, stunned and doomed as well. Oh, can they sunder him? They can.
Save.
Watson saves the Ember Spirit, so this fight can continue. Supernova was spent on the high ground, zoning Quest back. So we had quite a lot expended and nobody dead. But this kind of favors Entity if they can keep on going with the Metamorphosis, right?
Yeah, Entity for sure. They're happy to do this as long as they can get something out of Watson's meta here. And they're immediately gonna smoke, play behind him. Looks like he might go pushing down mid, or he'll group for the bottom push here.
Hello, troll. Oh, hello, troll. The chains don't come. The concoction, that's not gonna land either. Except on himself, of course. TA2000 from the sidelines now chucking axes at them.
Even if it landed, he has Dispel, he has the Aghanims. Can get himself out of the chains very quickly.
Right.
So yeah, Troll is a little bit of a tricky hero to kill. That's why he was farming very aggressively there as well. He feels pretty secure.
It's always thinking about the those orders of operation, right? Like, how do they start a fight on me? It's slight chains. Can I get out of it? Yes. Pretty simple for TA2000. And Malik, he made the walk down here. Entity tried to follow the Doom, but DM getting hook-shotted up by the clockwork. Ducalis gets on top of him, but a vacuum back into the three-man wall. The Sunray still going. DM finally falls, but this is where the reflection of the TB can do some serious damage. Malik, he is being shredded by the Terror Blade. Weaver will Chikuchi away. Noob and TA2000, the bigger ticket targets, though, have to escape, and they've lost the Weaver to a Yules and a Slight. No one takes him out. 3 for 2 trade.
Very good fight for them. Nice vacuum there, as always. I feel like DM is so good at always being patient and getting those 3-man vacuums. Sadly, it didn't have like the perfect combination into it, but already enough to deter Quest from winning that fight. And we see a replay here. Get to see again what happened there. That was a nice catch with the Searing Chains, but didn't prevent the clock from going in. And there again is the combination with Sleight of Fist and the vacuum.
And that's TB without Metamorphosis, right?
Back in the game, the clockwork might be gone on here. He hooks away.
Off to the Warpine Raiders. You can almost feel how quickly that energy changes, right? The vibes from Entity went from kind of fast-paced first 7-8 minutes, then slow-paced farm, build things up, and now the past 2 minutes, no one. His Ember Spirit is just hunting. Like, after that buyback, you can just feel him heating up.
Yeah, and it's gonna only ramp up now as well, as the Alchemist has the entire Aghanim Scepter coming out. He's saying, where are you, buddy? Come here, let me give you the Aghanim Scepter. Of course, it's not global like the Moon Shard. If you're not around, you don't get it. Might just give it over to Darkseer here instead.
That's a good move from Quest, though. Kind of understanding the state of the map and reading the Entity were playing left-hand side, grabbing their Tormentor gives a massive window of opportunity to take Roshan down.
Yeah, this is big. This Aegis is really useful for them as well, because now Troll can play with confidence, go in and not be so worried about getting bursted once. Like I said, he has to be very cautious about clicking ulti, but now that's not really true anymore. He could go in with the ulti if he wants to and then respawn, but most of the time you want to hold your ulti for a second life. Smoke here from Entity. They want to take the fight as well. Even post Roche. Lincoln's on Ember and Aghanim Scepter gifted, so he's a powerhouse.
He's a monster right now. Hey, you go straight onto this clockwork. Watch Ducalis disappear. Troll Warlord, though, with the roots, causing a few issues for no one, who does Remnant back down to low ground. Entity still considering the move up to high ground, though. This staircase is tempting them. And negotiating their way forward towards the Troll Warlord, with Concoction being channeled, but not a way to really enter the fight like that. And it looks like Watson, Metamorphosis going. They want to try and chase down the Wind Ranger potentially now, because Noob, he's being shredded by this Sleight of Fist, damage-dealing Ember Spirit, but does escape with the BKB Wind Run.
Whew. That was very, very close. One Maelstrom proc away, I think, from death.
Just the Wind Run protecting her. On tier 2000 now. He's trying to clear this wave to stop the push coming in. He's lost his first life, though. The wall was dropped on him. Let's see. Can they follow this up with a concoction into... Nah, it's just a back up and look for different targets. Ignore the troll, go for the clock. The hook shot not going to get him out there. And Omar just Shikuchiing back to safety for now. But this is tier 2 time for Entity. If only they had a creep wave.
Yeah, he tried to hook, but the Ancients, I don't think they're viable targets for the Clockwork ulti. So I think he was on point for the Ancients, but I don't think you can.
Oh, can you not?
No, I don't think so.
Huh.
Pretty sure he clicked it correctly there, but yeah.
I don't think I've ever tried to hook to Ancients, you know?
Yeah, it's you know, all the interaction. I'm not sure. I could be lying. I could be wrong, but that looked like it was definitely on point for the dragons there. But
maybe just a bit short. Oh, DM's looking at the bottom.
yeah, he's
Vacuum
not
the
really.
Weaver into those iron shells.
He's not really Mr. Solo Kill at this point, sadly, with this aura build. That's one thing that he doesn't do.
I heard a concoction channeling and I was like, I was so sure it's Darkseer plus Alchemist, but he was miles away somewhere else.
Yeah, he's just farming. He's just using concoction to farm jungle.
Was it you that I was casting with? What was that Finnish term?
Oh yeah.
Finnish farming?
Yeah, Uker farming technique. Yeah, this
Yes.
is yeah. The fine Finnish farming. He has been doing this for years, way ahead of his time.
Running into camps with concoction going. Well, in the mid lane, there's a hook shot away from Ducalis. He can hit the Doom, who's BKB'd. So that's Doom BKB down, Supernova used, TA2000 trapped a little bit by the cogs. He does run past them. Ember Spirit out of mana, netted and rooted by the troll, and no one in trouble. Can they sunder and save him to buy some time with a vacuum, the slight, and the remnant to the left-hand side? Now they'll run to the right with Watson Metamorphosis up. Shackle Shot connects onto the Alchemist to hold him back, but Weaver is netted. Ember Spirit's found his man, forced the time lapse out. They need more control though. Ducalis is dead to Watson. Another Yule Scepter. That buys time through the Shikuchi to find the kill on the Weaver.
Yeah, they're just too strong in these fights. And again, the Ember was in trouble. You think he's gonna die, but guess what? It's the Pipe Crimson comes in to save the day, Gareth. He was so close to going down, but gets the mana back from the Greaves there, and suddenly he is out. Just a really nice turnaround of the fight there, and I thought he had pushed himself too far there on no one. I thought that we were gonna see a repeat from game one where he, you know, goes a little bit deep alone once there, but he played close enough to his team.
We had a Berserker's Potion, we had 3 concoctions, 2 Acid Sprays, 2 Solar Crests, a Greaves, a Pipe, a Vacuum, a Wall, 2 Reflections, all sorts of good stuff from Entity, just spamming out all their spells.
Yeah, all those Slider Fists doing damage, they add up, and now he has the Gleipnir as well. Gleipnir adding extra layer of control, as we see. They need all they can get. And this poor Weaver, you know, his life is not going to get easier here with the Gleipnir on the field.
No, he bought so much time in the early game for his cause to get farmed.
Also,
and again,
I'm getting concerned here for quests. I think this TV, he's getting close to this Butterfly. Once he gets Butterfly, how do you actually kill him? You need a lot of magic damage, and your team just doesn't have it.
And it's got to feel good as a Terrorblade to just be like, yeah, screw your Troll and Wind Ranger. I don't need MKB. You know, I'll buy MKB when I feel I'm ready. I don't need it now.
Yeah. That Troll is working on BKB, and then he will have to go for his MKB to ever be able to man fight against the Terrorblade. Right now, it's looking pretty tough. I wonder if...
there's the big bounty rune difference now.
Yeah. Jesus. 8.4k gold from it. That's absurd. That's a lot of gold over time, actually.
Minute 10, that was dead even, right? Like, I pointed that out this game?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the later runes have been controlled more. The more active team, right? The Ember has been looking for these fights.
Yeah, that's the way of things.
Now with this Invis as well, just scouting around. He is walking under a sentry. Noob is gonna see him. He sees him right now.
Hello. I see you.
Oh, not going for an attempt to set up. Doesn't have a way to break for a shackle. The Lincoln Spear.
So Noob has tried this a couple of times now. He's kind of like skirting around the edges, like faking that he's running away, or pretending to be weak and frail. But it feels like he's doing it a little bit too much. You know, they have these opportunities where they can maybe turn around and fight, and Noob is now kind of out of position because he's like reverse baiting too hard.
He's looking for pickoffs right now. He wants Kataomi, but still scared. Yeah, this is tough.
Malik's dead to Watson. In that mid lane by the tier 3 tower as well.
They might
Even if they kill the
Alk
Alchemist back there, they're just you're losing your buildings.
They're hesitating too much, not going on him. Ooh. Yeah, this push is just going. How do you fight without your Doom? You can't.
I don't know. They're trying to backstab here and get in behind them. Maybe find the Phoenix.
Oh no,
they kill a courier.
Shot.
The Phoenix gets stunned a little bit here, but Fisherman has a dive and a supernova. BKB TP from Noob to get out of there. And they've lost Ducalis though. The clockwork. Down he falls. I don't know. It just really feels like Noob this series has been very scared.
Yeah, he was very tentative there. He's got a great KDA, but he needs to take some more risks there. Playing a little bit cautious. Of course, Malik also getting caught mid doesn't help.
No.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
And here, 2000 Troll back to farming. You've got to try and pick up the pieces now because you've lost, what, an entire mid lane of barracks. Top lane's getting cut by TB illusions. Still a fair amount of time, to wait for next Roshan, so a bit of wiggle room here for Quest to have another couple of fights.
This wiggle room is also where Kataomi might find himself towards another Aghanim Scepter. 2.4k gold with Blink and Solar Crest, already having gifted one. And no one has a sentry up here. Catches Omar.
He is a nuisance.
Oh, not enough mana to punish him here, I think.
Back the
he's
way
running
he
up
came.
again. Oh no, the wrong way.
Oh, into the waiting arms of Fishman.
Yeah, patiently waiting there, even putting an extra sentry, just making sure.
Yo, how long's that Roche respawn? Jeez.
Is under attack.
Yeah, this is one of the maximum Roche respawns, I feel. Bottom, a little bit of a setup here by Quest hovering the area, but Windranger, I think she was in vision for a bit of a second there on the observer ward.
Yeah, they're setting up down bottom right corner.
Setting up shop, sentry, wards, all that good stuff.
So what is it? Minute 32 with 2 minutes on the clock. So it's going to be 1 minute until he migrates. So a fair amount of time.
Still need 2,000 gold on the troll for that MKB. And meanwhile, the TB is getting close to his own MKB. He has his own timing coming in here. And that's devastating, right? You're against Windranger and Troll. Once you get MKB on the TB, you just shred these heroes.
Yeah, it's such a nice move as well. Like buying Butterfly, force the hand of your opponents, then come back for the item that crushes them. A good hook shot in from Ducalis. Does catch a couple inside the cogs. Malik, BKB's up and runs to the back with a Doom on the Terror Blade.
TB's falling.
Opening up onto Watson. He stands his ground, fights back, but he's about to die. TB down. Massive pick off here for Quest. Noob. He's going to turn back on the Fishman and finish off the Phoenix. Oh, maybe not. He's been caught by the slight chains, but now Ember Spirit's rooted up. The nets out of the TA2000 Troll wall are causing issues. Lincolns protects him from the Rod of Atos. Omar seal toting him over to the side as they do power shot down the Phoenix finally.
Troll just continuously dispelling, chasing here as well. Can't get the dispel on the Surge.
Oh, these Ogre Seal totems, man. The disengage with the Surge, the Slight, the Remnant. So many ways to slip away from danger, as it looked like it would be an incredible fight for Quest. It was a good one for sure, killing that Terror Blade off, but they would have loved a bit more.
Yeah, that was... I mean, they got the jump on the right target for Quest. Finding that TB is so crucial. If you can lock in Doom on him and a Focus Fire, and even Weaver was contributing there, doing whatever auto attacks he could, then that fight can actually go their way. Supernova was good, but not enough to deter all this aggression onto the carry of Entity there.
Tower is under attack.
And now we sit and wait.
Yeah, do we have D-wards on the bottom gate coming out, so Quest have control of it.
Gleipnir with that Slaughter Fist. A lot of damage onto Ducalis. And DM's also coming across with Kataomi through the gate. Dire Observer Ward and Sentry still in the vicinity.
Yeah, the Ops is not D-warded. Has good vision on them right now. I don't know if they want to fight Doom, 30-second cooldown. They do have everything else, so I think they should run down here and try and contest. Clockwork Rockets can keep vision of it. Risky take by Entity going for this Roche.
Oh, that's a spicy one.
Troll
They've
with
got
MKB.
Vacuum Wall. They do not have Supernova yet. Oh, it's up now. It was just a second away from cooling down. Potential for a big team fight here for Entity around his next Metamorphosis. And there we see the 3 BKBs ready for Quest, but they've got the disables, the stuns, the vacuum. The Windranger's dead before she can even press hers. Noob steps up confidently for the first time this game and just gets slapped.
They still want to try something here? Have hook shot?
Maybe.
Oh, it's good timing.
Oh, but Watson's got it. Watson clicks it. He's got it. I don't know if Ducalis managed to pick up anything else like the banner or whatnot, but here's Watson with Aegis in hand now. A double kill and no one nearly getting the grab on Malik's Doom in the back. Press hers. Noob steps up confidently for the first time this game and just gets slapped.
They still want to try something here? Have hook shot?
Maybe.
Oh, it's good timing.
Oh, but Watson's got it. Watson clicks it. He's got it. I don't know if Ducalis managed to pick up anything else like the banner or whatnot, but here's Watson with Aegis in hand now. A double kill and no one nearly getting the grab on Malik's Doom in the back.
Man, I had like 1% packet loss, but it looked like a perfect timing on that hook shot. Not enough though. Watson quickly grabs that.
Dire are scanning.
And now they can just go and start laying into more here. They have meta cooldown for a little bit, so they can wait out getting the meta back. And of course the MKB coming out as well for Terrorblade. Full MKB in hand. Huge fight for them. And what do we have? The Alchemist, does he have Aghanims yet? He does not.
Doom has just rebought his Midas, I think.
Oh, did he just?
I saw him. I just said Doom bought Midas.
Okay, yeah, maybe he bought it, used it, and sent it back and sold it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Not too sure. Well, Fishman does dive out of the cogs, but yeah, all alone down here. I love clicking on Phoenix and just seeing, you know, Scythe of Vice Ewells as a pos 5.
Yeah, Phoenix is one of those heroes that can find themselves with some big items, nullifiers, hexes, whatnot. Sometimes Shiva's radiances. Greedy support hero. It's funny that he's the less greedy of the support heroes here, as we have Alchemist, of course. Gets the Aghanims for the Terrorblade now, so we have the Terror Wave available. I wonder if there's buggy interaction with Terror Wave and Troll Ulti, if he like stutter steps.
Oh yeah, like goes back and forth and gets confused. There's potential for it. I mean, he's feared up right now.
Just try and stop him. He stopped him.
He's dead. He didn't use anything. He just gets chain disabled, feared and killed, and now Ducalis gonna join him. No troll for 90 seconds, and Watson just confidently steps up with a real metamorphosis now. Concoction to the high ground on the Weaver. Omar sealed totems back a little bit towards safety. But this Terrorblade is in your base. You've jumped in the backlines with the Doom, BKB'd up, but TPing home.
He focus fired the Darks here too, so he can't go into TB now, and he's in trouble himself.
Oh man, that concoction into the Gleipnir, the chains, the roots, whatever it might be. Noob is down and out. The two big cores are gone, and GG, it's over. A 2-0 victory for Entity here.
Entity just looking so outstanding here in this game. Firmly in control in game 1 for majority of the game. In game 2, a clean 11-1-11 on Watson on his TB as well. Just having a great time, and also no one. Back-to-back amazing performances on his Ember Spirit.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. Like picking it in the right spot,